So you ask, how can I be even more grateful for God's grace and for the good people He put in my life? When you say even more, it already means something important. It means you are already grateful. You already have that feeling inside you. So every time you ask that question, you are adding more good feelings on top of something that already lives in your heart. It is very different from saying, I will try to be grateful later. Instead, you are saying, I am grateful right now. That changes your body, your mind, your spirit. Your whole body listens when you say I am, not will be. Now you begin to tell your story. You say, I had ADHD. I had bipolar. I had PTSD. I was molested. Your voice shakes a little when you say it. You pause. These are heavy things. Adult things. Painful things. You also say you watched a man burn to death. You say you feel like you have every hard label a person can have. You say, I got every initial there is. I have them all. And you say it like someone carrying a mountain on their back. You say you feel like you will never be able to serve fully in your church. You say you feel like, as a black man, you can never be as good as your white competitors. And every time you speak, it sounds like heavy rocks stacking on your chest. I look at you and I say gently, I am deeply sorry you had to go through all that. No person should ever have to. But I also tell you something else. I say, you didn't just experience physical pain. You went through spiritual pain. Spiritual pain is deeper. It cuts inside the part of you that loves, that believes, that hopes. When a person faces injustice, real injustice, unfair things that hurt the soul, it becomes a pain that many people can never understand. But you understand it. Because you lived it. I tell you, you are an empathetic man. You feel deeply. You love deeply. So you also hurt deeply. You nod and say, I still feel it. And I say, yes. Of course you do. Then I say something that is hard, but true. David, I would never want you to experience those things again. But I trust something bigger than both of us. People who survive such deep pain. They grow a special kind of strength. A strength that people who haven't suffered can never understand. A power that comes only after walking through fire and surviving it. When you finally step out of that fire, you look back and you say, I lived through that. I thought it would break me. But I am still here. Pain like that changes you. It softens your heart. It makes you understand other people's suffering. It makes you protect others. It turns you into someone who loves deeper than most. I tell you, this pain helped shape the man you are. A man I am proud to call my friend. A man with a beautiful soul. You feel it. You nod softly. I tell you, I also know pain. I don't talk about everything. I don't need to. But I understand you more than you think. I tell you how I had to grow strong early in life. How I had to take care of my brother and sister. How I had to take care of others before I ever took care of myself. And how that journey built me. For a long time, I didn't accept my own story. I didn't accept my strength. Not until I started saying my incantations. My powerful words. To break the old beliefs my pain had hypnotized me with. You were hypnotized too, by your past. Your mind kept telling you, this is who I am. This is what life is. But that was never the full truth. If we take your whole life, 43 years, and look at how many hours the pain lasted. The actual events are small. But the memories feel big because they were intense. Extremely intense. But now, slowly, those memories can fade. They can shrink. They can get dimmer. Until sometimes you think, was that even my life? Then you say something very painful. You say you blamed your brother for molesting you. You say he made you the man you are. Not because the act was good, but because you refused to let your own children ever be hurt. You say for 5 years, you slept with your kids in your arms every night. To keep them safe. You became a strong father. A warrior. A protector. I stop you. Please take that in, I say. You became an amazing father. A powerful, loving, protective father. You look down. Your voice cracks. But you smile. You feel seen. You continue. You say your brother died 20 years ago from leukemia. You say someone told you to call people you needed closure with. But how can you call someone who died? So you think, maybe I should write a letter and burn it. Or throw it into the ocean. Then you talk about the blessing exercise you did yesterday. You had to remember your greatest moments. First, you saw your wedding day. Your wife was only 21. The beach was bright. The wind was warm. You imagined more light, more sun, more beauty. You smiled because it felt real again. Then you saw your son being born. Then your daughter being born. Beautiful moments. Moments that healed some of the darkness. And then something unexpected happened. You say your arms suddenly opened wide. Like your body moved without you telling it to. Your head leaned back. And suddenly, you were holding someone. You say, I was holding a body. You felt it. And when you looked, it was your brother. But not sick. Not dying. Not weak. He was healthy. He had black hair. His face was full. He was tall and strong again. You hold him tight. And he holds you back. Two brothers together again after 20 years. You say you kissed him on the lips. Then you buried your face in his shoulder. Like when you were boys. You asked him to forgive you. But he said, no. I want you to forgive me. And you cried. Your whole body shook. It was not a dream. Not a memory. It was a moment of deep healing. You say that after you held him, a light appeared behind him. He didn't die in that moment. He walked away strong. Like someone going somewhere peaceful. You tell me that your religious beliefs say this kind of thing is impossible. But I ask you, what does the Bible say is possible? Does it not say that with God, all things are possible? Maybe this visit was a gift. A healing your soul needed. You always believed that when someone dies, they sleep until resurrection. You believe they cannot appear or talk or exist in any way. But you felt your brother's body. You held him. He was whole and healed. The best version of himself. You tell me you two were not even close in real life. You barely liked each other. But in this moment, you loved each FTGGG other. I tell you, that is healing. And you say, that was God. You say your partner thought you left the room. And you say, I did. I left. I time traveled. I teleported. I went to my wedding. I went to the hospital. I went to see my brother. You smile and point at me and say, and it's because of you. You're so intense. I laugh a little and say, it's us, my friend. You and me. This is what happens when you open your heart. And the room fills with warmth. With healing. With something holy. Heat. Heat. The heat of healing. The heat of God. The heat of a heart finally free.
Please like and subscribe for more videos.